All right, good morning, folks. It is Nick Mulbauer here, and I'm just going to bring you guys up to speed with what's going on this morning. So I got out a bit later than I anticipated, so that kind of put a wrench in my initial plans. I'd planned on going elsewhere, but since my daughter had other plans, we're here at a different quarry, and I had planned a crappie fish, but this place is just not the best crappie fishery. And with the recent rains we've had, it's brought the water levels in here up probably 2 or 3 feet, so it has submerged a lot of excellent cover on the banks. And so that just makes me want to bass fish, guys. I can't help it. I think that early this morning I'm going to try to get on a decent topwater bite, so we're going to try to get them topwater wise. And then we're gonna probably switch to a jig and fish a wacky rig or just some sort of worm. So like I said, it just looks too good to not bass fish. I can't help it, I have to try it. So stick with me, let's go catch some bass, should be fun. That's more what I'm looking for. It's a better fish too. Woo! That's a topwater bite I want. I want one that can take it down like that. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, that's what I was looking for. We'll show her to you and then we'll get her back because she's stuck pretty good. There we go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful largemouth there. Crush the topwater. That's what we're looking for. Big gut. Get her back. Hopefully I didn't mess her up too bad. Here she goes. All right, guys, just pitching up on that shallow cover. The funnest bite, guys, just seeing that. It's just the best. It makes me smile. Like I say, coming off a really tough week, guys, it does my heart well to have something like that happen. And the reason why I'm fishing a popper is because it's a really peaceful morning. There's no chop on the water. It doesn't telegraph itself too much. It looks more natural in the water. If I was using something like a whopper plopper or some sort of choppo bait like that that's real popular, I just feel like that's just too much energy being put out in the water right now. It's glass this morning, so I just want a little bit of draw. Alright, guys, there's another decent one there. Get this one unstuck. There are some big fins below that, down in that thing's belly. Look at that. That thing just had a big enough meal and it wanted more, apparently. There's another decent one, guys. Nice gut. And what I'm doing is we got a point here and we just have some submerged rock off it, some nice big coarse boulders. And that fish was just set up on that. So we'll let that fish get back to digesting that big meal it was in the midst of already eating. So another one with the topwater, guys. And there's not much to it. I'm just looking for visual cover and just working it real slow, popping it, working parallel to bank if I can to cover as much of that shallow water as I can. And I usually start with the popper. I work through an area with the popper and then I'll go back through with a jig or a worm. I still have my jig tied on, but I am pretty certain I'm going to switch to a wacky rig. I just really think that might be a good choice today, but we'll see. Alright folks, so I'll bring you guys up to speed with a decent one here. Not nothing, anything giant, but we did switch to a wacky rig, and this is the third one I picked up on that. And not a bad one there. Decent one. So all I'm doing is I'm trying to find cover that is shaded here in the middle part of the day. Sun's kind of come up quite a bit. I've caught quite a few fish, but I've not really found any really large individuals. I'm just fishing really tight to cover and just trying to weave my wacky rig through the cover like I'd be fishing a jig or anything else. Just that shallow cover game. Alright guys, this is probably the last one of the day. These fish have gotten tough to pattern as the day has progressed into the later morning hours. That sun's gotten high and these fish are just hard to find, so we're gonna get that one back. I've pulled 4 or 5 off of this one. This is the laydown that comes off of a deep break, and it's just situated so well and fish just love hanging out on it. But like I said, kind of my go-to when in the warmer months is fishing a topwater, a jig and a worm all in the same areas, thoroughly fishing them on shallow cover and just trying to get those fish to bite one way or another. If I could have got here at like 5:30 and been fishing 5:30, would have got a whole extra hour to really get that topwater bite going. So, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes it's just hard to get out. I would have been out if I could have been out, but other plans happened, and you just roll with the punches and fish what you can. So maybe we'll reconvene and talk more in depth in the basement like usual, but we'll see. If not, I'm signing off. Y'all take care. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you later. I did want to mention one more thing in regards to the topwater, wacky rig, and jig fishing of shallow cover. Something I've noticed is higher percentage shallow cover is shallow cover that is within close proximity of deeper water. I don't want to fish too expansive of a flat that comes up to that shallow cover generally, as a rule of thumb. I like stuff that breaks kind of deep. You know, if it breaks pretty sharp, you know, that works pretty well. It's just trying to find a fine balance of a combination of things generally. That's a little bit of tip that I can give you that might help you kind of narrow down the shallow cover you want to look for. Just look for shallow cover that is within close proximity to deeper water, 8-10 feet plus. Okay, that's what I look for. I tend to get more bites there. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the first topwater video of the season. I sure did. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I had a lot of fun fishing it. So I only look for that bite to pick up more as the summer progresses. I thought that those bites were not as crushing as I like them to be, so I feel like get into June, July, that those bites are only going to get more visual and more violent. So look forward to the season as it progresses anyways. So if you like what you see here, guys, please like, subscribe. We don't ask that for no reason. I generally don't like to ask, but it helps my channel and it helps me get closer to my goals for the channel. That's what it's about, guys. That's the driver, other than the passion, guys. I do it as an absolute labor of love, but the likes, subscribes, comments, and all that benefits me and benefits the channel and helps me reach my goals for the channel. So if you could do me a favor, that'd be awesome. If not, all good. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Have a good week.